Are you thinking about starting GLP-1 medications, semaglutide, tirzepatide, or have you already started but began to become concerned regarding hair loss because you've seen so many freaking articles that have been coming out lately? Here's what you need to know about hair loss, and more importantly, how can you prevent it from happening to you? If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Dr. Jones, DC, a holistic obesity expert. I work with medical practitioners. We prescribe medications, we prescribe peptides, because our goal is to eventually help our patients wean off the medications, but with lifelong weight maintenance. Hair loss is a freaking big deal. It has powerful effects over our psyche and our mental health. And naturally, any sort of idea that this could happen is going to draw and raise some concern. But rest assured, there at this point are no known mechanisms that show any sort of increase of these medications directly causing hair loss. But at the same time, 3 to 5% of people while taking these medications did experience hair loss at the highest dose. And so the mechanisms of why that is happening is not what's understood, but it did happen to 3 to 5%. Now that's a decent size population. And so it, again, was at the maximum dose, 2.4 milligrams of semaglutide. I would imagine that would be the same for tirzepatide. Maximum dose of that medication is about 15 milligrams. Hopefully you guys never have to get that high. But the reality is it happened to those people. For me, when I work with my medical practitioners and we have a clinical discussion, we're pretty convinced that the reason why that was happening was not the medication, but what is happening to most people when they take these medications, which is extreme caloric restriction. Extreme caloric restriction because these medications are freaking powerful, and it's really easy, even with guidance, let alone without, to slip into this pattern of just living your life and eating 500, 1,000, 1,500 calories less than what you were eating before every single day. And you can imagine if you continue to do that, you would eventually die. But your body has powerful mechanisms that are built in to keep us alive, to survive periods of famine. Thanks to evolution, that's what kept our ancestors alive. And we got to this point now because we mastered that ability within our body. But unfortunately, when that does happen, you have all sorts of nasty things that happen to your body. And at the late stage of that, hair loss can happen, and it can happen very dramatically, guys. How do we prevent that from happening? We have to prevent that mechanism from being triggered to begin with. And I have a ton of other videos that you guys can check out to learn more about how we do that. But mainly, it's the cycling between periods of calorie restriction and periods of not. We actually instruct our patients to eat more on multiple days per week because they are revolving that period of higher intake of food around the lowest form of calorie restriction, or I should say the highest form of calorie restriction, lowest form of intake, which we call fasting, guys. And that's actually the basis of our protocol called the FLOW protocol, FLOA, fasting like our ancestors. A little bit of wisdom meets science. We have a 94% success rate, guys. And so if you want to learn more about how you can prevent your hair loss, specifically utilizing these tried and true protocols, click my icon here on my profile, scroll to the top, there's another link there. By the way, guys, you can go to lastingweightlossnow.com, check that out, and you can fill out the form, schedule a free consultation, and as always, guys, stay healthy out there.